The American Southwest, a land of stark beauty, of towering mesas and sun-drenched deserts. Here, the ancestral Puebloans made their home. Known as the Anasazi, they created a vibrant culture. Their ingenuity is evident in the cliff dwellings of Mesa Verde and the great houses of Chaco Canyon. Skilled masons, they used sandstone blocks and mud mortar. These architectural marvels stand as a testament to their ingenuity. The ancestral Puebloans were not only skilled architects but also adept farmers. They developed sophisticated techniques for cultivating crops in the arid Southwest. Using a combination of dry land farming and innovative irrigation methods, they successfully grew crops like corn, beans, and squash. These agricultural practices were essential to their survival, allowing them to establish permanent settlements and support growing populations. Their understanding of agriculture went beyond simple cultivation. They developed methods for storing surplus food, ensuring their survival during times of drought or other hardship. This ability to adapt to their environment and create a sustainable way of life is a testament to their ingenuity and resilience. Their ingenuity extended beyond the physical world. The ancestral Puebloans were keen observers of the sky. They developed a sophisticated understanding of astronomy, tracking the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. They incorporated this knowledge into their architecture and ceremonies, aligning their structures with celestial events and using their observations to develop a complex calendar system. The ancestral Puebloans' understanding of astronomy was not merely observational, it was deeply intertwined with their daily lives and spiritual beliefs. They believed that the movements of the celestial bodies held significant meaning, influencing everything from agricultural cycles to religious ceremonies. Their observations of the sky helped them to predict seasons, track time, and maintain a connection to the natural world. One of the most striking examples of their astronomical knowledge is evident in Chaco Canyon. Here, at the heart of their civilization, they constructed a series of massive buildings known as great houses. These structures, some containing hundreds of rooms, were not only feats of engineering but also served as astronomical observatories. Windows and doorways were carefully aligned with solar and lunar events, allowing light to penetrate deep into the buildings at specific times of the year. These alignments marked solstices and equinoxes, providing a visual representation of the changing seasons and reinforcing the connection between the ancestral Puebloans and the cosmos. The drought that gripped the Southwest in the late 13th century was not merely a dry spell, it was a catastrophic event that lasted for decades.
Tree ring data, a valuable tool for reconstructing past climates, reveals a prolonged period of below-average rainfall during this time.
This severe drought would have had a devastating impact on the ancestral Puebloans' way of life, which was so reliant on agriculture. With their crops failing and water sources drying up, the ancestral Puebloans would have faced a dire situation.
Famine, disease, and social unrest likely followed, weakening their communities and forcing them to make difficult choices.
The once thriving settlements of the Southwest would have become increasingly difficult to sustain, pushing the ancestral Puebloans to the brink. Faced with such dire circumstances, the ancestral Puebloans may have chosen to migrate, seeking more favorable conditions elsewhere.
Evidence suggests that they may have moved south and east, following river valleys and seeking refuge in areas with more reliable water sources. This migration, driven by environmental necessity, may have led them to interact with other cultures and eventually assimilate into new communities.
The theory of migration is further supported by the oral histories and traditions of modern Puebloan peoples.
Many Pueblo tribes, such as the Hopi, Zuni, and Rio Grande Pueblos, trace their ancestry back to the ancestral Puebloans. These tribes have passed down stories through generations that speak of migrations, hardships, and the eventual establishment of new homes.
While the exact details of their ancestors' journeys may be lost to time, these oral histories provide valuable insights into the ancestral Puebloans' past. They suggest that at least some groups survived the challenges of the late 13th century, carrying their traditions and knowledge with them as they migrated to new lands.
The connections between the ancestral Puebloans and modern Pueblo tribes are not merely anecdotal. Linguistic studies have shown similarities between the languages spoken by these groups, further supporting the idea of a shared heritage.
These linguistic ties provide tangible evidence of the cultural continuity that exists between the ancestral Puebloans and their descendants. Recent archaeological discoveries have uncovered further intriguing clues about the ancestral Puebloans and their disappearance. One such discovery is the existence of an extensive network of roads radiating out from Chaco Canyon. These roads, some stretching for miles across the desert, connected Chaco to outlying settlements and resource areas. The purpose of these roads, some of which are remarkably straight and wide, remains a subject of debate among archaeologists.
Some believe they served a primarily economic function, facilitating trade and the movement of goods between communities. Others suggest they may have held ritualistic significance, providing pathways for pilgrimages or ceremonial processions.
Another intriguing aspect of ancestral Puebloan architecture is the prevalence of D-shaped structures, particularly in Chaco Canyon. The significance of this distinctive shape is not fully understood, but some archaeologists believe it may have held astronomical significance. The curved walls of these structures could have been used to track the movements of the sun and moon, further demonstrating the ancestral Puebloans' sophisticated understanding of astronomy. Modern research techniques, such as genetic analysis, are providing new insights into the ancestral Puebloans and their relationships to other ancient cultures. Recent studies have compared the DNA of individuals buried at ancestral Puebloan sites to that of modern Native American populations.
The results have revealed genetic links between the ancestral Puebloans and groups living in present-day Mexico and Central America. These genetic connections suggest that the ancestral Puebloans were part of a wider network of cultural exchange that spanned a vast region. It is possible that migrations, trade, or other forms of interaction brought them into contact with these distant cultures, influencing their beliefs, practices, and even their genetic makeup.
Archaeologists are also using cutting-edge technologies like ground-penetrating radar and LiDAR to map and study ancestral Puebloan sites in unprecedented detail. These non-invasive techniques allow researchers to peer beneath the surface of the Earth, revealing hidden structures, artifacts, and even entire settlements that were previously unknown. As research into the ancestral Puebloans continues, it is crucial to acknowledge the importance of collaboration with Native American communities. The descendants of these ancient people have a deep connection to the land and a unique understanding of their ancestors' culture and history.
Many Pueblo tribes view the archaeological sites scattered throughout the Southwest as sacred places, imbued with the spirits of their ancestors. They have a vested interest in ensuring that these sites are treated with respect and that their cultural heritage is protected.
Collaboration between archaeologists and Native American communities is essential for ethical and responsible research. By working together, researchers and tribal representatives can ensure that archaeological investigations are conducted in a culturally sensitive manner and that the knowledge gained benefits both the scientific community and the descendant communities. The ancestral Puebloans may have vanished, but their legacy lives on. Their architectural achievements and astronomical knowledge inspire awe. The ruins are a testament to their ingenuity and resilience. The mystery of their disappearance adds to their allure. Studying them deepens our appreciation for the American Southwest. Their story reminds us that even advanced civilizations face change. It challenges us to learn from the past and preserve cultural heritage. Their story resonates, highlighting human ingenuity and enduring mysteries.